Want to know what's inside the box? Stick around and find out. It's a new tumbler barrel from MJR. This is a 12-pounder. Same one I used to have. Although the build looks a little bit different. It looks like the bottom is a little bit more flat than it used to be. That's what the inside looks like. There's some ribs along the edge on the outside, and then there's some fins on the bottom to help catch the rocks and roll them around. I don't think they had that on the bottom before. It might have been maybe a little bit smaller from what I remember, but there's definitely fins on the edges of the barrel going up and down. If it was just a smooth barrel on the inside, the rocks wouldn't roll around as much. So this kind of helps it. It's probably maybe about a 1/4 inch thick or so. And this is the base for it that the tumbler sits on and spins around. There's a motor on the bottom. That's where your belt is. I did order 2 extra belts. It's been a while, so you never know. So when you plug it in, there's no switch. You just plug it in and it turns on right away. And this one will start spinning. And as the barrel spins, this one just spins freely, like Ace freely. And I will set her up for you and show you how it looks. But before we do that, this is the cap that goes on it, soft rubber, and it has a clamp on it where you just put your flathead screw in here or a small socket. Alright, so it basically sits on there like that. And then, like that. So the problem I had with my last barrel was I tried to keep it as level as possible, but you know, stuff happens. If it's not perfect, then you're gonna have a problem. So what I found was when it got to the back here, it would rub on this back railing. It doesn't seem to now. It seems to hit the bearings here instead. But like I said before, the old barrel was bulged out a little bit more, and it would rub along this fence here and just wear it out. I ended up getting a big hole there, and it just started to leak, and I caught it just in time, thankfully. But now, with the new barrel, it looks like it's hitting right against there. So I still don't know if that's a good thing. It's been sitting for a couple of years. Maybe I should plug it in and make sure it works. Well, there you go. Of course, it's going to be a lot louder when the rocks are in it, and it's a lot louder than the lower tone because this is plastic. So you're going to hear a lot of clanging and clacking and all kinds of fun noise. So you might want to keep it maybe in your garage or I keep mine in the basement. You can still hear it, but it's not too bad. It's rubbing on those on that little housing for the bearings, and the furnace kicks on. This is a transfer bearing, and I'm hoping to mount it to the back fence and have the barrel roll on that little guy. So I'm hoping it's going to fit. I could put one either here, depending on where the barrel lands. I can maybe put 3 of them, maybe 2 of them, or 1 at the very least, but I think that's going to help a lot. I could even put one on this side, on the motor end for the lid. There's already a hole there, so I'm wondering if I could do that. I'll have to put the barrel there. Blah, 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 blah. I'll have to put the barrel there to see. Oh, Jesus. I'll have to put the barrel there. Damn it. Hang on. Let's put the barrel there. If I stick it there. No. Oh, that might be. Yeah, that'll work on the bottom. I could put one up here, maybe, to catch it there, and then one off on the other end to do the same. That's cool. I do have 5 of them, and I'm thinking the more the merrier. I'll try the first hole. I'll try that first, and put the barrel on it, turn it on, see what happens. What I'm going to do next is use some alien tape. It's really thick double-sided tape, and I'm going to stick the bearings to the fence and try to position them as best I can. But before I do all that, gotta use lens wipe. Give this all a really good cleaning, same as the back of the bearings, and that way everything will stick really well. Wait a second, this is reusable? That's different. It's kind of even better. I don't have to worry about removing residue from the old tape. Nice! Look how thick that is. Ooh, rocks. And somebody at work gave me these cool little things. I know they're fossils. I'm not exactly sure. I think that might be amylite, but don't quote me on that. This one here, couldn't tell you, but I think they're really cool. So thanks, Russ. Much appreciated. All right, let's see what happens. I'll put the barrel on. Well, it's only touching the one for now. It's touching this one here. So I think I will just go to the one ball in the center and raise it up a bit. That was easy. Nope. You know what happened? I forgot to peel the backing off of this one. That's why it didn't stick so well. If you're new to the channel and you subscribe, thank you very much and welcome. And I'd like to say hi to all the rest of my subscribers. You guys rock. Love you all. Alright, I'm going to retape this. Put her up here like that. And see how that goes. Now I'm going to put the barrel on. It's going to roll just like that. So there shouldn't be any friction, which is a good thing. So it should keep the barrel, the bottom of the barrel, from wearing out. And the line is barely visible, but it's right along here. So just for fun, the barrel's still empty, of course, there's no rocks in it yet. I'm going to plug it in and see what happens. I think that's going to work. I'm still going to make this as level as possible, just to prevent that from happening more. But at least it's a safeguard. And I think I will put one in the front also. And as time goes on, I will try to keep you guys informed to see how it's going. That's the 4-pound tumbler. And this is the MGR with all the grit and the water in it. So it's not too bad, actually. A little clackier, but not as bad as if there was no water in it at all, like I had. So that's tolerable. Well, here we are one day later, and I'm noticing that there's a lot of paint missing. Oh yeah. So it's wearing a groove in the bottom of the barrel. I don't know if I want to let this go for a week now or not. What do I do? I've decided to let it go for the full week, and which is Saturday. Today is Wednesday, so there's a few more days before I stop it. And this is what it looks like so far. So I do see some white stuff, which would be the plastic, so it is wearing away at the plastic. So I gotta figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. Alright, it's been 7 days. Let's see what we got. And here's what's happening with the barrel after 1 week. It's worn quite the groove in there, even with that little ball bearing. So I'm going to have to try something else before we move on. So here's an update. So I won't be able to use the transfer bearings. I peeled them off. It wasn't working very well. So my next step was to come up with maybe using these. Have it on the edge, but the way the barrel is, it's slightly concave. So you would have to have it at a perfect angle to get full contact. So that would be too difficult. My next step is to maybe try this thin piece of metal and just cut out a ring. So I don't have, if I cut out the whole thing, then I would have to kind of form it to the shape of the bottom of the barrel. So if I just cut out a ring, it might be a lot better, but it's really thin. Ooh, that's fun.
2,000 years later.
Now, here's another issue we're having. You can see that this is level. When we put it on the barrel, it's way off. So if we level the barrel, then that's way off. So which one do we level? Because if the barrel isn't level, it's going to travel. And I kind of proved it because when we plugged it in, turned it on, it would travel that way. So I thought, what would happen if I turned the barrel around? I turned the barrel around and it went that way. Tried to level this, you know, it still travels. So, and if you level by the barrel, then this isn't going to be level. It's still going to travel, right? I don't know what to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug it in, let it tumble for a week, and see what the bearing housing does. I think the reason why this caused the groove was because little bits of paint and plastic got caught into the bearing, and it would stop that little ball from moving, so it would just end up rubbing. So we'll let it run for a week this way and see what happens. We'll have another update. So here we are after 1 week without any protection. See, that's getting all gummed up with stuff. Residue everywhere. So there's a pretty deep groove in here. Not as bad as that one. That was a mistake. But I'm more concerned about this. Well, after all this, we decided to post a little video on the MJR site on Facebook. And we got a reply from one of the representatives. And they sent us these things. A couple of bumpers. And they're going to screw right into the hole. And hopefully that's going to work. What I have to do first is clean all this up. It's a great big mess. So I'll get it nice and clean. Then we'll install these and we'll give it a shot. So thanks, MJR. Hope this works. What they said is we have an older model. So it was missing these bumpers. Now we're going to use some goof off to get rid of the tape residue. So for these, we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. A nut on one side And this is inset, I would imagine. So nothing rubs on it. Yep, perfect. All right, well, let's install these. So I'm going to leave that loose, just so it spins. It's a lock nut, yeah, a locking nut on the back. So I don't think it's going to come loose, but I'll keep an eye on it. But that way the barrel will be able to spin on here and not just rub. You also get one of these $5 gift certificates. It is a actual sticker, so I'm not exactly sure what I do with it. Maybe it goes here. I don't know. But thank you. And along with the certificate, we got some rock polishing instructions. And it's always cheaper, 5% cheaper when you get it from these guys instead of Amazon and eBay. And I'd like to say that they sent us both of these bumpers free of charge. So they came to us in the mail about a week later. That was great. Really appreciate it. And I think we're going to give her a shot now and see what happens. We're going to let this go for a while now, and I'll check it and see what kind of marks it leaves. Here we are, 10 days after I put the bumpers on, and I'm not seeing any marks or grooves or nothing. I'm very happy. This is awesome. Oh, it's a big relief.